my God, it's me. Hey, everybody. It's Lauren.
Is it backwards right now?
Yeah, it was. I'm like saying that. It's just my face. I hope you didn't see food in my teeth or anything.
We are so good at our job.
Well, we don't have a Dudley here right now.
Professionals. Yeah, so the problem is we don't have a Dudley here right now.
And he's usually our live guy.
Dudley is in Texas, probably working on or with some piece of large equipment, cleaning up after the tornadoes and all the storms that we had last week. So, as you guys can tell, this is Monday, this is not Wednesday, this is not usually when we do a live stream. We're not in the standard location because you know what? We decided, Heath and I were bored and we didn't want to be like not productive. Yeah. So we figured if we just sat here and gooned out with y'all, then we can call it work, right? If we talk about tactical stuff with you guys, we can call it work. So naturally, this is just a little like random month of Goon live stream. We're gonna talk about random stuff, tactical gear, the Goon giveaway that we got coming up, and the cool stuff that we've got included in that. And then at the end of the live stream here today, we're gonna add something to the Goon giveaway, which is pretty great.
I think they're gonna like it.
I think they're gonna like it. I hope they like it.
We don't have the mics today, guys, so bear with us. I know the audio's not quite as crisp and clear.
Yeah, it's not as like maybe super fresh, but I know that you guys can hear me because we did live streams like this for like 2 years, and people heard us.
It works.
Yeah,
It works.
for sure. Just listen to us, gentlemen. And I use the term loosely. Good morning. You know what? Thank you so much, Ed. That's the old snowbird. If you guys are in Canada and you want like some good gear, some good consultation, some good training, reach out to Ed at the Iridium Group. That guy knows what he's doing. That's
incredible.
That's a formidable force right there. Those guys over there. What's up, Bob? How you doing, brother? What's up, Hans? I'm doing good, bro. Thanks for asking. Guys, if you have questions about anything or anything in specific, throw it in the chat right now. Now's a good time. And then we're going to start talking about Goon gear and all the cool stuff that comes with it. As always, our live streams are sponsored by Jocko Fuel. Right now, I'm about to sip on the Jocko Hydrate Powder, which definitely isn't going in this Refuge Nalgene bottle.
I told you not to open that one right before the live stream, Bob.
I do what I want, dude.
Why did you give it to him?
It was on the table for them to see.
Boom. Now you guys get to see it in action.
Now they don't get to see it on the
Have you
website.
tasted this yet, though?
I haven't tasted it. I'm super excited.
Okay.
It's freaking delicious.
So good.
So everybody told me, they validated it to me while I was out of the office that week, because this came in when I was out of the office, and they're like, Bob, this hydration stick is fire, right?
It's ridiculous.
Mix this with the salt, and you literally could not get dehydrated. It'd be impossible.
Yep.
And so I was like, bet fam, go through with it. No big deal. And then I'll come taste it when I get back into the office. So I got back in the office. We have these Refuge Nalgene bottles, which are super tight. BPA, BPS free because nobody likes poison. NBD.
Somebody said, "Where'd you get that lamb's blood colored container?"
That's an interesting way to
That
say
is.
I got it at the store at refugemedical.com. This goes live tomorrow. Tomorrow. You can get it. What?
Sure.
I'm driving her insane right now.
The encouraging community. No, sorry. The 12C Conditioning asks, does a training purchase count towards the giveaway?
Yes. The training purchase does count towards the giveaway. So 12C Conditioning. Yeah, I was supposed to reach back out to him. He asked me about asked me about boarding. I'm sorry I didn't reach back out to you. I'll text you. Yeah.
Hey, good
sure.
memory.
Shalom, Patty. What colors will the Nalgene bottles be in?
Currently only red.
Refuge Red. That's what you guys are getting. Yeah, we didn't want to overcomplicate it. Like, we're not a Nalgene bottle company.
Yeah.
We're a medical company, and Nalgene bottles are dope, and we use them all the time. So we're like, you know what? Why don't we have a Refuge Nalgene bottle? And then because we set it around Brit, 3 days later, Refuge Nalgene bottles showed up. What do you got?
Your local Native American on TikTok said, I heard of you guys from President Howitzer.
Oh, dude, sweet. Shout out to
boy.
President Howitzer. That guy's got an awesome TikTok channel. It is super funny. If you haven't Sub to President Howitzer on TikTok. What's he at? Like 100K, 200K?
Almost 150. I think.
Almost 150K. So yeah, he's got a pretty big
He's
TikTok.
definitely growing over there.
Yeah, and
He's out deployed right now.
he's doing the
He's
thing.
out there in Perryton.
Yeah, he's in Texas. He's helping them out down there, which is super awesome. Michigan Munitions, what is up? How's it going?
Oh, Bob, I
That's
have
the
one
company
thing
there.
to say about the Nalgene bottle.
Yep.
So because it hadn't launched yet, we had the notify me button. So many people have pushed that. I would be very, very quick tomorrow to order that, or else you're gonna miss it.
Yeah, guys, if you aren't like on the trigger tomorrow morning when this thing goes live, you're gonna miss it.
You won't get it.
Because we only got so many Nalgene bottles in stock. We didn't buy 5,000 Nalgene bottles. That'd be foolish in this economy. So I don't know, maybe 100, I think, is what we got. And so with that, like, first 100 people, that's who's going to get them. And maybe 99, because there's one sitting here and I drank out of it. So, whoopsies.
Yeah, and you also got to think, like, from a business perspective, we have to scale and, make sure that, like, the interest is there.
Yeah, for sure,
So-
right? Like, we're not going to just randomly start selling night vision at 20% above market price. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
How many ounces does that hold?
How many ounces? 32? Or I think it's like almost 32. No, it is 32.
That's solid 32.
If it's 32, then to the lid it's like 34.
The line is 32. So
Oh.
that's at least
Okay.
34.7. So, you do the math. No, seriously, I'm not doing the math. The
Definitely
real KO. The real Kosher Dad. What up, Kosher Dad?
KD, what's up,
That's
bro?
a cool guy right there.
Can we have a preview of the hydration kit? Well, you could have, but Bob ruined it.
Yeah, absolutely. You want a preview of the hydration kit? Here is a preview of the hydration kit. It is right here. It is currently hydrating me.
What comes in it?
Well, show them what's on the table. There
Okay.
were two,
First of all,
Jocko.
I'm showing them how to use it. All right. So what you do is you take your. So there's two thoughts behind this, right? So we have the Refuge Nalgene bottle, which is awesome. It's made in the USA. Nalgene's a great company. All of the healthy, great stuff, right? And then we offer you two products, right? So the first thing is tri-oral rehydration salts. This is a medical product. Okay, this isn't something that you can just add into every single water bottle throughout the day. Okay, you should not have that much salt in your body.
So when he
Which,
tells me
by
how
the
much
way-
water have you had today, I can't have like 12 of those and call it
No,
okay?
you cannot, nor
Okay.
should you.
Okay, cool.
However, in a pinch, or for example, when we were in Idabel,
Yep.
These things saved my life.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
When you're running a chainsaw in the heat for about 24 hours and then all of a sudden you get woozy and lightheaded and need to take a nap, down one of those, rest for 30 minutes, and you're solid.
Yeah, so we always bring these to training too because we see people get smoked in refuge training. So this right here, this is like recovering your hydration levels, right? This is I am dehydrated and I need to get hydrated stat, right? So that's what these guys are really good for. These hydration sticks right here, this is maintaining your hydration levels. This is something that's awesome to throw into the water bottle and like drink throughout the day so that you're constantly getting those deposits of magnesium, potassium, sodium chloride, all the good stuff, right, that you want in your body. So that way your body's like, oh yes, I can hold on to water and now make your body work right.
No.
You know, the little stuff.
Quick little disclaimer, because there is a
seek medical advice as far as these are concerned. If you have high blood pressure,
Right.
definitely talk to your doctor about utilizing this
Yep.
because that sodium will collect in your bloodstream.
and whenever it forces water into your bloodstream, your blood pressure will naturally go up. So
Arfcom
again,
said a pinch of salt. I'll give you a pinch of salt, AR15.com. Nah, we're just messing. I love them, those guys. You throw you spill it all, and then you have to throw it over your shoulder so that way you don't have bad luck.
No, we don't do that crap.
I don't do
We don't do that crap.
We don't
Alright.
believe in luck. Make your own luck. It's like Clint Smith says stuff like that all the time. But yeah, that's a quick look at the rehydration kit, right? So you get the water bottle, you get a couple of packets of each, and then with that, I think you can do a subscription thing too. I don't know exactly how it works, but I believe Britt made it so that you could get a month's worth and maybe a week's worth. Is that what it is?
Right now it's just a month.
It's just a month. Okay, so just a month's worth. And the idea is you're not taking these every single day. That would be weird. You shouldn't be doing that. But,
16 of each.
still maintaining the system, right? So you get 16 of each packet. So
Yep.
that way, if you have to use 16 of these in a month, guess what? Your water intake is off. You should drink more water so that you
should
don't have to do
absolutely.
that. But super, super awesome.
Speaking of that,
ARFCOM said, "Don't need luck when God's on your side."
That's right.
Based ARFCOM right there. If you guys aren't following AR15.com and you own a firearm, you are asleep. You are literally sleeping. They are AR15.com. You might have heard of them. Make sure you go follow all their socials. They're a super awesome company, and they work to inform the average gun owner. They're advocating on behalf of 2A rights, and they're just like a voice of reason and memes in this chaotic times, which you gotta love, right? You gotta love it.
I was thinking that we should probably make some content around the fact that the husbands were joking a couple days ago about how dehydrated consistently the wives are of this company.
It's so true.
Actually, we're gonna ask all the chats right now, okay? If
Please
you're a male
answer.
and you're married, when your wife says the sentence to you, "Honey, I have a headache," is your response A, how much water have you drank today? B, did you drink enough water today?
That's all the variations.
C, you should try drinking water. Or D, I already told you it's because you haven't drank enough water. So those are your options. Throw it in the chat below. Which one do you think?
Is there an all of the above option?
Yeah.
All of the above.
That would be my response.
Palmetto Paratrooper said D. We've got an A. A.
Have you tried drinking water today? Yeah, that's my first
Another
response.
D.
All right, so let's see.
A, B, C, and D.
How much
Kyle-
water have you had?
Kyle Carrier, Pocket, IFAC.
Or slit kit for EDC.
Pocket, IFAC, or slit kit? Slit kit.
So
I mean,
I just pulled that out of my pocket.
The slick kit.
this was staged. We were prepared.
So
This is an incredible kit. I don't say that because I work here. I say that quite legitimately because it's a phenomenal kit.
it's literally everything that you need and nothing that you don't. So if you take your slit kit and you pair it with a tourniquet, IEDC, a soft T. Yep, you saw me pull that straight out of my pocket just now.
That was a green screen. I like the pocket. Don't get me wrong. So if I have cargo pants on, so like if I'm LARPing in the woods with my friends and I'm pretending that I have any skill or cool guy traits, I'll usually have cargo pants. And in that case, I'll have a pocket on me. And one of the main reasons I have the pocket on me is because I can open it and I can get the gloves out on top.
Okay.
Agreed.
This is a good question. Can you open the slit kit with one hand?
Yes. Actually, depends on how you have it staged.
ARFCOM said open the slit kit, but that's his personal slit kit.
No, we wouldn't use our teeth. We wouldn't use our teeth.
I mean, I would in a pinch if I had to. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wouldn't do
No,
that.
Utilize all the tools that you have
don't,
available.
because if there's something wet that isn't yours that could have gotten on it, remember we try to avoid the mouth.
We talk about this actually in training on
So
how
I
to
do
do
get
this.
that.
Yeah.
But circumstances apply across
I mean,
the
if
board.
you're bleeding
really
out by
depends
yourself, it's
on-
probably not gonna hurt you
So
too.
I'm gonna give you guys a pro tip right now. Okay. So I'm reaching over to my battle belt to grab some tape, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do here. So on the top of your slit kit there's a little space before there's a notch. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to tape that space to give you a little bit of strength and leverage. All right. So we're gonna tape that space like so.
I'm learning right now, guys. So
Yeah, it's okay.
this is cool.
I'm learning.
So we're gonna tape this space here, right? And this is gonna give us a little handle, right? And so then what I can do is I can now take this and I can grab this handle. Oh my, dude, this is old. So yeah,
Yep. That's
you have
almost
to,
like
you have to do the cloth tape, man.
But
You have
it's
to do the
been
cloth tape.
that's been in my pocket for I don't know how long.
That's great. So I'm going to train more on that. Thanks for asking that question.
Yeah,
that's a great question. It's kind of showing me something there too. It's something I'm going to think a little bit more about. He has cloth tape staged right here too, and I'd assume that's for grabbing in the same sense. But all my bags, because I have two of these, and they're staged with cloth tape right there to like have a strong handle that I can grab and pull. So that's definitely duct tape tabs on that.
But that's a great
Bob
idea.
Peach
It's something that I
Cornbread.
have certainly not even thought of.
Yeah.
It's been in and out of my pockets so many
Great,
times.
great talking point. Was that ARFCOM?
Two people actually. Someone asked. It was ARFCOM that said open the kit, and then someone on YouTube, K. Finkelstein. Sorry if I said that wrong. Finkelstein. I can say that because we had a German last name too. So.
You can say whatever you want
Yeah.
actually because the First Amendment exists.
While it's open, you want to go over it?
Oh,
Yeah,
someone said step on it to hold it. That's a good idea too,
That's
Ed.
a great idea.
Yeah, my mind went to like holding it in between my legs or doing one of these.
Yeah.
But like if you lost your arm, are you gonna be even able to do that? That's probably a thought process. So yeah, show them what's in there really quick.
So
'Cause it's pretty. It's simple.
straightforward. First thing you have is your gloves. You need those. Get yourself scene safe.
Guys, if I'd be hesitant to say that should be your primary set of gloves. If it's inside of a closed container, first thing is gloves on scene safe.
Yep.
So unless like you're opening this up on the way to the casualty, maybe have another set of gloves on you. Just food for thought.
Yeah, I have one thing to say about that.
Yep.
I have started carrying gloves on me, and I keep finding reasons to use them, and then I need more. Like, keep them on you.
It's true.
My wife and I, we buy like boxes of gloves for that purpose. Like
I've
there's
gone through
always something.
several pairs of gloves.
Just like Lauren had spoke.
Oh yeah.
The
Next
Iridium
up,
Group, what's up?
Iridium Group. Shalom.
we have Combat Quick Clot Gauze.
Oh yeah.
This is a hemostatic gauze, meaning the hemostatic agent is impregnated into that gauze. That's incredibly beneficial because granulated hemostatic agents, one, they're difficult to utilize. Two, they burn like hell when it comes to the patient that's being rendered aid to.
And three, whenever the individual gets to higher care,
Every bit of those granules must be cut out and cleaned out of that wound in order for the wound to be properly mended back together.
Yeah, we don't want granules, guys.
So a hemostatic gauze is incredibly beneficial because when that individual gets to higher care, all of that can be pulled out at once, at which point the doctor can immediately go to work.
Rock and roll. Something somebody else talked about was staging their gloves, rolling them like a pair of socks. So what I recommend people do is open your gloves up when you get them, right? These gloves aren't like sanitary, it's to keep you safe, not necessarily the patient safe, right?
Agreed.
And these gloves are rolled up, right? So something I like to do is let's open these guys up, right? Let's get a little air in there, right? And then I take them, right, long ways, and I just fold them in half, right? And I personally do all my gloves the exact same way like that. That way when I grab them, I can grab two, they're both facing the same direction. It doesn't matter which way I can go in and go into the other one. Right there.
so that's actually how my gloves are in my ARC SOB.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I probably shouldn't comment on this, but Rick in TikTok, the guy with the mustache is my husband, and I promise you, I would know. He is straighter than straight. So why don't you keep it in your pants, buddy?
Okay, that's weird.
Okay. What the?
It's a little gay, but
We've just had some interesting
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
going on in the TikTok comment section.
Hey, TikTok, calm down, or we will shut you off.
Come on, Mike.
We will end this right now. Don't be weird. It's Goon Month.
Hey
not-
everybody, come look at how good I look.
Holy smokes. Chilling, you're being
All right, here we go. Next up,
On the slick kit is, we actually do not run this ETD anymore. This is the NAR Mini Responder,
It's a 4-inch flat,
4-inch flat.
which is, we're still putting a 4-inch flat inside there.
we're
We
still
did
getting one.
with a mini compression bandage.
And that one's coming from Forward TechMed Solutions.
So yeah, exactly. So that'll be integrated Medcraft.
Integrated.
It's the Ford
Gotcha.
brand, yeah, for sure.
and then of course, duct tape.
A trillion uses.
Yeah, just you name it.
If you need to hold the chest seals on here. And of course, last but not least, we do have a pair of chest seals here. One is vented,
Yep.
which means you have to, what are we saying? You know, like, think about a gunshot wound or impalement or whatever the case may be. You know, something goes through an individual. Typically, you're going to have two wounds, an entry and an exit.
Yeah.
Therefore,
Put the sealed chest seal.
on the back of the wound, and then where the entry is, you want to put that vented chest seal open.
That way, whenever you
Or rendering aid to the individual and they're having trouble breathing, you can burp that chest seal significantly easier, but it can potentially burp itself.
Dude,
Is really the idea there.
Garen wanted you to know that Tato is hot.
Garen, come on, brother.
I think so too.
I mean,
in like a completely heterosexual
yeah,
way.
naturally.
No homo.
No homo. I said it, so I'm good. Haha.
It's okay, guys. It's Goon Day, so
I'm okay with this.
That's so funny.
Skynet Cowboy said, made my first purchase of some bleed kits. Outstanding customer service and product quality.
awesome.
Somebody
What do
asked
you
a
get?
really interesting question too.
Thank you, Sean Penrod.
So-
I hope that the wound care buckets are awesome for you.
Over on Instagram, VandyLR14, any suggestions in preparing for the upcoming Refuge Medical ER training this fall? I will be attending. Yeah, absolutely. Cardio. Cardio
Yes.
is a huge thing. So go ahead and just start jogging. Cardio is going to be a big thing. Start box breathing. Go ahead and research box breathing. How does one box breathe? How do you properly implement it inside of stressful situations? That's going to give you a leg up. And then,
Hydration.
yeah, dude, basic dude stuff.
It's-
Eat a good meal that's
Yeah.
not super heavy the day before, you know? Drink water the day before. Continue to learn before you go, right? Like, don't go, okay, I've got medical training in fall, I don't have to worry about medical training. Well, what if something happens tomorrow?
Yeah.
So, use the YouTube, use our website, use all the different resources that we put out there for you guys, right? So that way you can continue to build on the knowledge that you have. And then when you come to training, you're that much more prepared to where when you're spending time with the instructors, they can go deeper and give you a more in-depth look to where, you know, they may have just been able to kind of glance over the topics because you didn't have that, you know, deeper understanding. So
Right.
that's kind of what I recommend you do. Do some research, cardio, do fitness. Actually, everybody here, physical fitness. If you're not fit, you're going to die. That's the rule. So everybody do fitness stuff. Shane, how does the affiliate account update from order? Ordered some TQs for the group. Shane, that is awesome. Yeah, so the way the affiliate account works is every single month they get a report, I believe. Britt,
What?
every
Sorry.
month they get an affiliate report. Like they
Yeah,
get told-
yeah.
yeah.
Yep, at the
So
end of the
every month you'll get a recap of, hey, here's how much was spent, here's how it worked, everything like that. Here's the money that you earned, here's how you can use it.
Because I reported him.
And you'll get all that email directly to
Apparently
the
he
email you
reported
set
us.
your
Yeah.
affiliate link up through. And then if you ever have any questions, Shane, feel free to call the shop, right? We're here for you 24/6. Right? We sleep a couple days. We sleep a couple hours.
Hey.
I was gonna say 23, but then I was like, that's not right.
We got
Yeah.
booted from TikTok for hate speech.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, we're banned to live stream until the 26th.
Dude, that's amazing. Guys, we did that together. Yes. Screw you, TikTok. I don't even like you. Gosh, I love it when we get kicked off of TikTok because that means we made the Chinese mad. So, you know, we take our W's in all forms over here.
It's funny because I reported the guy that was
they probably
hate speeching me about my husband. I reported him, and then he didn't like it when we said no homo, so he reported us. I'm thinking.
Yeah, because no homos.
Whoa. Boom, boom, boom. All of them shut down.
Are here.
Yeah. no
Somebody
problem,
said
man.
came here from TikTok.
Came-
Good job, good
Christopher!
job.
Boy.
Christopher, email in because you came here from TikTok. I'm sending you stickers, bro. I'm sending you stickers.
Please.
He said made the alphabet group upset.
Yeah, Christopher, you gotta email in, bro. Please hit the chat or email. We'll send you some stickers out just because that's awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
we just got a super chat here.
Oh, dude.
What?
I've purchased several Refuge products, buckets, iPads, etc. Every product is stellar. Just added to my stash with a couple of slick kits. Shalom. R. Heath, thank you so
Bless
much.
you, man. Thank
That
you
is
so
our
much.
That's a
first
lady.
Ever.
That's a lady emoji.
Okay. R. Heath,
Ma'am.
thank you, sister. That is our first ever super chat. Thank you so much for that. That is
Regardless of
awesome.
your-
That's
Appreciate
like
it.
I wish we had a horn or something, you know, like in confetti. There it is.
Yeah, that is so awesome. Thank you so much. That is so freaking kind.
Hooter and Tora said, "Heck yes, Goons 1, TikTok 0."
Yeah, dude, TikTok, do not make me put this kid on.
What's up, Hunter? How you doing, man?
Dude, I love that guy.
He's a
such
good
a good guy.
Danny with had one also came from TikTok. Good job.
Email in if you came from TikTok. You get stickers. Share it to all your friends. You
Ed
get
Vincent, the
stickers.
slick kit. I carry it everywhere. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so similar.
Did y'all just become best friends?
Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
So I am going to talk about the goon stuff really quick. The goon giveaway rather, because people have asked.
Oh, we're getting into the good stuff.
Okay, so here's a kit. There's no there's no back plate in there right
Because
now.
it's right here, guys. It's right here.
So that's why it looks a little bit floppy. It's also brand new, so like there's not wear and tear look, which is. Hey, have you ever see a plate carrier and it just looks sexy? It's probably because the dude has worn it and it's like worn in and stuff.
This one has literally been
Worn by nobody.
Yeah, it's just a little stiff. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about this plate carrier, a little bit about Redemption Tactical and why we chose them to go with them and stuff like that. So this is their Crusader 2.0 plate carrier. It comes with the QD attachment right here on the sides as well as on the top. That right there, that's a game changer. It really is. I
Being
can't.
able to get in and out of your plate carrier quick, that is everything.
It's destroyed my OODA loop. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how to like lift a placard up anymore and like put it back in. It's like
Yes.
not working in my brain. Must
Yep.
have speed clip now. So that is awesome. It's really really easy to get in and out of kit. It's not a big deal.
Let's compare that to my HRT.
Someone wants to know, can a can of Jocko fit in the mag pouches?
Oh, absolutely. Can I get? That's open. That's open. Ty's got it. He's running. So this is an HRT carrier here, and he's got speed clips as well. His are built a little bit differently. I don't hate it. I don't know if you can see it.
But they are solid.
Yeah, they are super solid.
Does it?
Lone Star, bless TikTok converts. Yes,
Yeah, guys.
Ed Vincent, you can carry trauma shears on a plane. You can.
That's a great question, by the way.
Boom! One
There it
can of
is.
Jocko, ready to go.
There it is.
Quick deploy. All you do, pull the tab, right down. Okay.
All the way.
Or if you want to like get someone with it, you shake it, pull the tab, and throw it.
and then it's a grenade.
Yeah.
It's a jocknade, a jocknader.
Jognator.
I don't know, dude. I tried my best there to make it
I mean,
funny.
you really made it work.
I'm sorry, guys. I tried
All the
my
way.
best. I love you, and it's just me. Would you recommend IFAC, TFAC on both battle belt and plate carrier? Depends on what you're doing, dude. Really depends on what you're doing. You do that, I think.
I do that.
Yeah.
If you take a look at my kit here, I have the arc hanging from the dangler on my plate carrier right there.
Here.
And then I also have a SOB, which stands for small back, on my belt that I mount upside down right here.
Yeah.
So
Yes, it really depends on your philosophy of use. It works for a lot of circumstances and situations,
but it really depends on what you're doing. And you know, my thought process is, if we're in a situation,
the idea of my brother not coming home is non-negotiable.
Not an option.
it's not an option.
And this is talking about like if you're a civilian and you're responding to maybe something bad happening or
Yep.
you know whatever it may be. I mean, you have the right to defend yourself. You have the right to defend your country. You have the right to
100%.
use protective equipment. All this stuff. And so, like, build it out how you think you might use it, and then train with it, guys.
Yep.
Train with your stuff. Go out and run with your gear. Crawl with your gear. Jump with your gear. Carry with your gear.
Otherwise, how else are you going
To
to
know what works and what doesn't. Like, you can see here, this is just a small detail.
My arc is off-centered to the right. There's a reason for it. I won't tell you, but there's a reason for that.
Yeah, every single thing has like so I don't run an arc right there because I have stuff on my belt a lot of the time
Yeah.
that I need to get access to right there. I'm also not a medic, and so with me not being a medic, I have my IFAC on me. I got some extra TQs, but I'll let the medic and then his secondary Heath, right? I'll let them run all the medical gear, right? Like Heath can carry the litter. I don't need to carry the litter. There's other guys who can do it, you know. So just a little.
That
Nobody
just
saw it.
happened.
Nobody saw it.
I
Nobody
mean,
saw it. It's
it-
fine.
That's me. I do that all the time. Hey,
All that stuff
serve.
is great, but if you don't know how to use it, it's just stuff. Absolutely.
That's exactly
Danny
it.
with Ad One.
Run your gear.
I cannot agree more. And that's the thing, guys, is the reason we're doing this giveaway is to give people access to this equipment for free, right? For getting medical gear. And then we want you to go out and train. We want you to go out and take videos and pictures of you in your kit, running it, you know, truly putting it through the ringer. So that way, if it breaks, like we can tell Redemption, hey, here's how this broke, right? And then you know, here's a failing point inside of a plate carrier, right? And I beat the crap out of this one, and I haven't found one yet.
But more importantly, they can go back and be like, okay, this is how it broke. Let's make it better.
Right. And at the same time, it makes you that much more comfortable with your kit to where you don't have to wonder where your stuff is. You don't have to think about it. It's just second nature. It's a dual process, right? What you got, Lauren?
Surf throw. What? They're gonna call over and over. Okay, I turned it on. Do not disturb. What?
Here in the shipping department, right? So sometimes it's like Ren yelling at you in Spanish and you don't know, but like it's in the shipping department. Okay, so got audio out again. It's saying I'm on YouTube.
It's probably because my phone was ringing over and over and over, but it stopped now.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me, YouTube? We miss you and love you, and you're so important to. It's fixed. Palmetto Paratrooper, you're the man.
Palmetto.
This guy.
Thank you, brother.
Shout out to the bros. Audio on again. Nice, encouraging community. Thank you,
Love it.
Lone Star.
Love
Thank you guys. 5x5. Rock and roll. Love it.
What happened?
I just paused it. It looks like. Did it end? Did it? No, it's showing live still.
Weird.
Huh. Cool. So to get back to it, guys, you get the plate carrier right inside the carrier, and you do get the placard that's on the outside too. This is a triple mag pouch. It's not 6, it's only 3. So you would have to, if you wanted a combat load, you'd have to put it on the side or something like that. However, you do have 3 pistol mag pouches, which I have found used for not as pistol mag pouches, but just like utility tool, flashlight. I think I have a little flashlight in mine right now.
You do.
I'll show you how I have this bad boy set up.
Please.
Because this is literally just the same exact kit, just set up.
So this is the same plate carrier we're giving away.
Yeah, so this is the same one. This is just mine and how I beat it up, so it looks a little bit different. So you'll see, like, I have right here the ATAC holder. This isn't the name brand one. This is just one that Buddy printed for me 3D wise because it cost 32 cents versus $250.
Yeah.
And 3D printer go burr. So I've got the same exact placard that you guys would see. What this is just an elastic tourniquet wing. It just goes on right under here. Super easy, and it holds my little soft tee. And then, like I said, I got a little streamlight in here right now.
It's actually that's a really good spot for
Dude,
a
it's just like, it's second nature. Something that I've seen, and I've been running this like this for a while now, is back here behind my mags. This has been a great location for my shears. And so I can get to it pretty quick, right? And then I can get it back in the placard. I can either go through the molly or I can go through the hook and loop behind the placard, and it doesn't interfere as long as I get it like underneath where my ATAC goes. Like so, and that way it can still open up.
Yep.
Then on this side, like, I just have kind of an admin pouch, right? And so there's just optics and stuff like that in there. Once again, another set of shears, guys. Dude, I cannot tell you how 1 is done and 2 is 1. shears are so important, especially on the X. Like shears, shears, shears. Doesn't matter if you're cutting tape. Doesn't matter if you're cutting clothes or wire or like shears. Trust me.
That's also
steel
one of the
wire.
reasons why I carry the arc
Yep.
right there.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
it's,
dude.
It's a natural location for the shears. The arc, where is it? It was on the table somewhere.
It's right here.
It has the shears right here.
Yep. So you can pull it
Just
out.
Pull it
right
out.
there.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
It's just natural. It's intuitive.
So
You don't
something
even have
that
to
I've
think
seen
about it.
too, there's been a couple of first aid kits where you can like deploy the first aid kit by the shears. I forget who's doing that. I think it was maybe Fieldcraft or
It's
Warrior Poet.
Warrior Poet.
And that's a really cool kit. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like being able to get my shears out without having to take my whole first aid kit out.
Well,
Yeah.
not only that, it could get caught on literally anything, and boom, there goes your kit.
Pulls your shears. It's just like goodbye first aid kit.
Yeah.
Could you imagine your shears get stuck on a branch
And
or
see-
something like that, and then like you turn around to use your tourniquet and it's not there.
And I think that's a good idea.
As long as it works with the situation.
Right, like maybe if they put a retention strap or something like this on there.
Sure.
that
It's
could help
also
a
made in
lot.
China. Just saying.
Is it really?
It's not American made.
No.
I don't believe so.
You know, I don't know.
I could be
thought
wrong
Warrior Poet was
though.
American made.
I could be
I don't know.
wrong. Don't
He's
quote
got
me on
a
that.
lot of really good partnerships
Yeah.
with a lot of really great companies.
So it's. We
Yeah, somebody
haven't
said,
done
somebody said it's a good range kit on YouTube.
I could see that.
I believe
I
that.
could see that.
I believe that. My thing is, guys, like when I go to the range, I use the same stuff, right? Because I want to train consistently, right? And so I don't want to use a med kit for the range that I wouldn't use for an emergency, right? And so I'm not going to switch out med kits super randomly. And so, you know, think about that. Are you training, you know, to change, right? Are you creating some sort of training scar by using something
Right.
you don't intend on using inside
That's a
of an
great
actual scenario? Something to think about. Then, so admin pouch on this side. You guys aren't getting that. My buddy's old ACU radio pouch. I got like a little hanger right here. But notice how mine's a lot shorter than the ARC is. Like I said, guys, I keep stuff on my belt. And then I just ran a water leader into the back, right?
What plates are you running?
These are the same ones.
Same ones.
These are Redemption Tacticals. So these are like level 4.
I'm sorry, it is made in America. My bad.
It's okay. Warrior Poet. We didn't mean any jive
No,
by it.
not at all. I mean,
I think a lot of their stuff
part of it is
awesome.
speaking out of ignorance, you know, so
Yeah.
it's
And we're
not a big deal.
guys, we're human. We're super okay with making mistakes and then saying that that was a mistake and that we can be better, right? John Lovell is awesome. His products are dope,
Absolutely.
and he's a
And
great
his
guy.
content's incredible.
His content
He's
is
really
great.
funny.
Super
Hysterical.
funny. Him and his
Yeah.
wife. So yeah, there's no hate from us.
Not at all. Not at all.
We got nothing but love for them. Seriously, I don't know that there's somebody in the freaking community that we don't love though.
Yeah,
We just try to be
yeah.
a place for love.
You know, I've been a lot of places in my life, and just about everywhere I go.
Saws is in the chat. He said snag hazards are for real, on target. Yeah,
Super
absolutely. Thank you, brother Saws. It's good to see you, man. That guy, if he says it, it's real. I'll tell you right now. So yeah, guys, this is level 4. It is ceramics. It's a little bit heavier. It's not too bad. I think it's like maybe 5 pounds. I think it's a little bit lighter, 4.7, something like that.
Yeah, ish.
I think their light plates are 3.5 and these are like 4.7. So still coming in around 9-ish pounds for your total set of armor. These are level 4. It's a sappy cut. It's not a shooter's cut.
Yep.
So you're getting a little bit more coverage. And these are NIJ certed, right? So you can pull paperwork, so you can get all your ballistic data. You can see how it performed up to 30-06 AP rounds, armor penetration. And so, yeah, I mean, I literally trust these in front of my body. So, you know, that's why we'd be willing to sell them. What you got?
You got a really good question. Prepping Tora EMT had said, so how do I win this kit?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. Yeah, if you want to win this kit, right? We're not even done going through it all.
Have we
just-
even announced like the announcement of
No,
the edition?
no, we haven't even told them the edition yet because we're adding in a new thing. Because you also get the ARC, which is the advanced ripaway kit, and then
You get the dangler with the arc.
you get the dangler with the ARC, and then we're giving you a squatch bag, a huge 35-liter pack.
It's around here somewhere.
So and that's in multicam, true multicam too. So that way you're not like
The
an IR
Mothman
beacon.
bag.
And then we're adding in
How did we forget that bag?
Mira safety gas mask.
Yes.
So can you grab me the squatch bag, Ty? Yeah. Thank you. And we'll show it all here in a second. So you get the Mira safety gas mask, the shooter's cut, right? So you can look like a cool guy. Then you get level 4 plates and a plate carrier. Then you get the ARC. and the dangler, and then you also get the 35-liter Squatch Pack non-framed, right? We wanted it a little bit softer non-framed because you're giving you a plate carrier. Frame packs and plate carriers don't always go together, so you got to be pretty specific about that. And so this is a used filter too. I don't know if we're going to send it with a filter or not. I don't know.
That allows you to run the hydration and all of that. I'm sorry, filter.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a super great kit. This is how you win it. You ready?
That backpack's at the other office.
Tracking. Here's how you win it.
Ranger.
If you spend $99 or more, you are automatically entered right now at the website.
Per purchase.
Per purchase.
Yeah.
Right?
If you're
So
like, I
can
want to
go-
spend 300.
So you can keep, so if you're going to spend $300, right? Like maybe best to split it up into a couple different transactions or like,
Yeah.
you know, try to figure out a way to do it like that because any purchase over $100 right now is getting you entered to win all this goon gear, which is like $1,500, $1,600 worth of gear. It's pretty dang considerable. It's all multicam. We chose multicam because right now it is the most successful camo on the market. It does the best job at reducing an IR signature. It blends with a lot of different camos and different environments, and so that's what we chose to. Plus, dude, it's so dang cool.
Ranger version.
Here it is. This is the Squatch bag.
In Ranger green in all of its glory. This is a gorgeous bag. It's incredibly well made, 100% American made.
Yep.
These are actually made in New Hampshire, I
New
believe.
Hampshire. They're designed in Texas, white boarded in Texas, and then the plans are shipped over to New Hampshire, their facility. Yeah, very, very considerable bag. We put litters on the bottom. I mean, it's a pretty nice
And it
bag.
clamshells all the way open, which I personally love.
Is that way you can see what's in your bag?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of capability to modularity within this one pack. So
Rickster asked, in the hydration kit, can we pick the flavors? No, we're doing Blue Raz. That's the only flavor we're doing right now.
and you're not going to complain. You're going to like it. I promise.
Dang, so $1,500 in kit. Should have waited to order my SOB kit then. LOL. Well, I mean, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So grab another
Yeah,
SOB kit.
might as
and
well.
You're literally buying into potential $1,500 in kit. You know. So
Buy-
that's,
Or the
buy,
BPK or
buy
like
a-
any of
buy
the
2
other
slip kits.
buy
amazing.
2 BPKs and give
Yeah.
them to teachers at your local school.
Oh my gosh, that's an amazing idea.
Like,
That's a great idea.
I mean, honestly, like if you have $100, like go buy 2 BPKs and give them to teachers at schools, right? Teach them how to use a cat tourniquet, get entered in to win this giveaway.
Yeah.
And we're doing this giveaway here soon. I love the blue raspberry. Yeah, the blue raspberry's fire. I'm drinking it right now.
By the way, for clarity, if you spend $800, it's still by the purchase. So if you have
Like, do them separate.
Yeah, do them separate. So if you have $1,000 to spend,
do 10 purchases.
it's entirely up to you, of course.
It says I have a day pack for my medical bag. Yeah, one of the things I love about the Squatch bag is the modular capability. There's
Yep.
2 big hook and loop strips. And
Right
so-
on the side there.
So if you look right here, this is hook and loop, so you can attach different things here, and then you have your molly right here, so you can use that for attachment.
Yeah, check this out.
Yeah, you can take an arc right there. Now you can flap it in, and if the tourniquet's not on the bottom, it actually closes really well. So you
Yep.
can like line this thing with arcs, and then if something happen,
Oh,
you,
hey, by the way.
you open this up. Here, take this, go.
Yep.
Right, hand it out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So this is a pretty dang sweet bag, if I do say so myself. Yeah, any questions about the kit? Feel free to ask. Somebody asks, is TikTok calling to cry? Maybe. Maybe they are. I don't know. Who knows? No one knows. Yeah, but any questions about the kit, guys? If you guys want us to keep doing stuff in like the more tactical space, let us know. Like, we always are there.
Please give us your input.
We just don't talk a lot
yeah.
about it with y'all.
Yeah.
But we're always doing that stuff. You know, that's something that I think every American should be doing right now, should be cognizant of how to be the strongest American possible.
Mm-hmm.
Which like comes into the whole goon conversation.
Right.
Right? Like what is it?
What is it to goon?
What is goon? What is even goon? What is even that? Have you seen that meme? I'll send it to you later. It's super funny.
Please.
In the distance. I can hear Ren and Cody in the distance laughing right now. It's so funny. Yeah, so the whole idea behind a goon, I've been thinking a lot about this because there's kind of some dissenting opinions
Yeah.
in the gun community about the goon movement. And about like
But what are the similarities?
people keep I think what it is people keep correlating the goon movement and a lack of training or a lack of desire to train or maybe like a lack of seriousness.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of a misrepresentation, to be honest.
I would wholeheartedly agree.
It seems to me as though the goon movement is a lot of people who train really hard, almost excessively, and they've been really quiet for a long time. Like they've not existed, they didn't want to exist on the internet, they didn't trust that and everything like that. And now they've just gotten so fed up and they're at such a point of just almost apathy with the current administration and the current government system that they're like, you know what? I'm gooning up. I'm gonna post my goon pics. And also people spend a lot of money on goon gear, and I think they want to take pictures of it.
That, you know, evil prevails when good men do nothing. You know,
This is a good critique. If you're looking for feedback, then yes, multiple videos on how to apply a tourniquet is probably a bit much. Different style of content for engagement would be nice. I have some, like, just a little bit to add for that, because we have had several various tourniquet videos.
Yeah.
But if you look, we have them on the cat tourniquet, we have them on the soft tee. We had one me applying it recently from the woman's point of view.
Yeah.
So you have to remember that the audience is always changing for us.
Yeah.
We're always reaching a different demographic and a different audience. So there might be a lot, and you've probably been around for a while, so you are seeing a lot. But you got to remember, we're
Is that
catching.
Finkelstein? Yeah, Finkelstein.
Yeah, we're catching the audience of people who have never seen a tourniquet video.
Right.
Like that's what our goal. We want to spread awareness.
And that's what we really want to do at the end of the day is like our whole point with this company is to save lives, right? So, yes, put out a lot of tourniquet videos. We're going to keep putting out a lot of tourniquet videos because every time we put out a tourniquet video, it gets views, thousands of views. And so it's thousands of people who are watching how to apply a tourniquet, right? And, you know, I personally hate it, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, another tourniquet video. I got to do this tourniquet video, right? But then I remember and I'm like smacked in the head by dad, right? Hey, dude, this is for a purpose.
right.
Like somebody might watch this and need it, that information to potentially save a life. And then it makes me think, okay, I shouldn't just make this tourniquet video, dude. I should make this tourniquet video and share it out because like that's what it's all about, you know. And that comes back to the whole goon movement, right? Thinking about it a little bit deeper, like you see this right now. There's a brotherhood that's forming inside of this goon movement that's trying to push people to train, to be more prepared, to be more informed, to be more educated, and that's something we should all do. We should implore each other to get further education and develop more passion inside of this because, you know, there's a quote from Thomas Paine. He says, I study war and politics so that my sons can study mathematics and philosophy, right? We all need to realize right now it's at a time where we need to study war and politics, right? Mathematics and philosophy, it's out the window right now. We're not there, you know.
Well, in that same note, like, in order to be a true asset to society, it's the skills that you possess that really make that happen. It doesn't matter how much money you spend on gear. Yeah, it's really cool that we're tossing out a lot of really awesome kit that's very capable for you guys. But at the end of the day, if you don't know how to pack a wound or, you know, chamber a round in your AR-15 or whatever the case, like it none of that matters.
Right.
If you don't know how to do it, if you don't possess the skill.
Yeah, and like somebody said earlier in the chat, possession does not equate proficiency. It just doesn't, right?
It doesn't matter that we have this kit.
Yep, it doesn't, like,
If you don't train,
if I have this tourniquet and it stays like this the rest of its life, it does no good to me. It should have went to someone else who would have maybe actually used it, right?
Absolutely.
So food for thought. Here, for us, the goon movement is much more a goofy sense of camaraderie, right? A goofy sense of, hey, we're gonna be together, we're gonna work together, we're gonna fight together to preserve a true constitutional America, right?
Yeah.
We want other individuals preparing. We want other individuals learning and growing. It's one of the biggest things. I mean, that's why we invest so much into our content. That's why you guys receive so many
Right.
YouTube videos on all these different platforms, is because we want you to learn. Whether it's a Splishman or whether it's, you know, why he sets up his battle belt the way he does, right? Or this is how a PVS 14 works, right? Or this is a Peltor style comm versus an Ops Core style comm, which is what Heath runs, right? Because he's got different types. And understanding like the Ops Core versus the Peltor, why is one better than the other, right? Like what is the secret sauce there? Well, that fits a little bit differently. It attaches on the helmet differently. This has a different ear cuff. Like there's all these different things, right? And you guys might not have the ability to go out and like buy all this gear and test it and ask all these questions. And so what we want to do for you is offer basically like a resource center in the TACMed community. Like, hey, here's where you go to ask these questions. And the Refuge guys, even if they don't know the answer, those guys and gals are going to go find it.
Yep.
Right? Like we're going to run it down if we don't have the answer. Because we're going to want to know, too, if you ask us a question we don't know the answer to, we all want to learn.
That's kind of, side note, that's kind of what the forums for AR-15 is about.
Yeah. The forums at AR-15, if you're not on the forums, some of them can get a little crazy. Like, they're not all gold, but there are some real golden nuggets in there if you look into it. Reps and sets, yeah, for sure.
Project Tribute Foundation said 80 kits delivered today. Atoka, Pittsburgh County Sheriff, Oklahoma Highway Patrol.
That's so awesome. So 80 first aid kits went out to the Oklahoma law enforcement officers today through Project Tribute Foundation. That is freaking awesome. And that's what it's about, guys. And, I know some people, they get upset that we, work with Project Tribute Foundation to get law enforcement officers kits. Let me be abundantly clear. We support law enforcement here. Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts, or coconuts. If you don't support law enforcement, we might not be the company for you. Because law and order is good. Chaos and anarchy are bad. They are. Now, we can get into the philosophical conversations of tyranny in the current republic and as it sits, maybe on a time that isn't a live stream for Refuge Medical.
Not necessarily fruitful at this moment.
Yes.
I have two things. The encouraging community said, is that a Vietnam era first aid kit in front of Tato?
It is not, but it is an old first aid kit. It's not Vietnam era. LOL. Vietnam era didn't have first aid kits.
This is more or less a plastic box with metal clasps. So
Yeah,
I would
that's-
assure you that would not be
Early
within-
GWAT.
Yeah.
Early GWAT.
The other thing was Jagged Sky said, do you have recommendations on training when you don't have other goon types around you?
Yes, I do. Here's going to be my recommendation. First of all, depending on where you're located, there are training organizations and training groups, civilian training groups, all across the country. Pacific Northwest, the East Coast, Midwest, doesn't matter. There are literally dudes in the Pacific Northwest that meet up and go into the mountains and train nonstop. Go to ODGG, Operational Detachment Guerrilla Gang is their name. And they have a huge training group. And they allow other people to come on. I think they have a Discord server or maybe a Patreon channel or something like that. And so that way it kind of like puts up a wall, right? Filter. But if you're alone, right? Let's say hypothetically you are awful at talking to people and you don't know how to find friends. What I did in the past is I went to gun shops, right? And I would go to different gun shops and I would find a vibe that I like, and I would kind of start going there maybe a little bit more frequently. Right, I'd pick up maybe a box of ammo a week, or I'd go in and say hi, and I'd kind of cultivate a relationship, and I'd meet people in my community that I knew had a similar interest in guns, right? And through that, you kind of get to, meet people. But if you don't have all that time, and you're like, man, I really gotta get training.
Yeah.
There's an organization. It's called OTG, Orion Training Group. Orion Training Group. Their whole focus is exactly what you're talking about, is making workout plans and training plans accessible to the general public. Go to Orion Training Group, get in touch with them, and have them build you a plan, man. It's not going to cost very much, if anything, I'm sure. And then, look into what would you actually be doing. Like, in all reality, what would you be doing? Are you going to be bugging out? Well, that's what you should be training, right? Are you going to be fighting? And then that's what you should be training, right? But it all comes down to, like, everybody wants to shoot and everybody wants to, like, run on a range and do tactical stuff, but, like, nobody wants to get on the treadmill. right? And
Ugh,
that is
amen to that.
That is where it starts.
We got on the
Lauren and I
freaking
literally
treadmill
went on
this
the treadmill
morning.
for half an hour this
We hated it.
The other day, how long did we talk about mile times the other day?
I can't even tell you.
Probably at least an hour.
It was-
We talked about the average male and his mile time and what it should be for the different age groups, right?
What's
Yep.
the average female?
Because, and the reason we talked about that is because
7 to 9.
Realistically.
7 to 9, I agree. For female, I would say up to 30. Up to 30. I would say it starts to increase in time after 30.
See, the idea is like,
This is where we differed. We talked about the 30 to 40 age range.
yeah,
There's a lot that goes into it, somatotype, like my wife, you have short legs.
My spirit animal is a Shetland pony.
That is hilarious.
she runs like it too.
But guys, we're talking about this because this guy, a set of plates, weighs 9 pounds. okay?
It's so freaking heavy. When I wore Heath's stuff the other day, I didn't realize how crushingly heavy it is.
Dude, that's without the helmet.
Have
No,
you
I
tried-
had the helmet on
Oh, you
too.
did?
Yeah.
So you have
Do you have
all of
nods
that
on the
gear.
helmet? Yeah.
So last time we went out to train,
Uh-huh.
We had a 500-yard sprint.
Oh yeah.
For a
Easy,
flank?
easy.
stuff's not hard, especially when you're
Encumbered with at least 40 pounds of
You
gear
were
on you.
smoked
plus
after that.
your
Oh,
rifle.
yeah.
I was smoked for 3 days after that, and
So-
I'm in shape.
Lucas over at T-Rex Arms, he does an awesome job talking about this. Physical fitness, so does Grand Thumb,
Yeah.
so does a lot of the big channels right now. Guys, it's not likely, it's highly probable statistically that the way you start a violent interaction is intensive physical labor. And what I mean by that is you're wrestling somebody
Yep.
in a literal fight for your life. You're running to someone for a literal fight for someone's life, now your own because you're running to it. Or you're running from something and then have to engage, right? So those 3 options right there are all extremely physical. So if you don't have a solid 2 to 4 minutes of nonstop physical activity and then start the problem,
Yeah.
that's going to be hard for you. That's what you should focus on. So, for me, something that I do a lot of the time is before I shoot, I run. It's like, okay, I'm going to go shoot. Well, first I'm going to run 500 yards, right? And when I say run, I mean I'm running. I'm not like, okay, let's go for a jog. No, we're running 500 yards, and then we're coming up to target to try to get shots on. And I learned that from Pat Mack a few years ago. I was watching a video from Pat McNamara, and he was doing a training. He's like, all right, guys, basic dude stuff. Today we're going to train. And he hits his timer and then just starts sprinting away from the camera. And I'm like, dude, what is he doing right now? And he ran 200 yards away. And then once he ran there, he got his pistol out and he ran back 100 yards. And at 100 yards, put 1 shot on target. Ran 25 yards at 75, put 1 shot on target, and kept doing that incrementally. And I thought to myself, man, that must be so hard. And then it was just like a wave hit me. It was like, that's why he's doing it.
Yeah.
Because your training should be hard, right? If you're getting out of training like, oh, dude, I killed that. I was awesome. I looked so cool. You're doing it wrong, dude. You should feel like crap after training. You should have a list of things you need to fix after training. What do you got, Lauren?
K. Finkelstein said just recovering from the adrenaline dump is taxing.
Yeah.
And then also over on Instagram, Michigan Munitions. Whoa, that's hard to say. Do you guys have waterproof and floatable kits for when working on the water?
It is, so floatable is something that we're working on. We do have pressurized kits in Pelican cases, but we're moving to condition 1, which is still a pressurized kit, so in theory it would float. Now if enough weight was on top of the container, and it could defeat that pressurized system, that valve, pretty easy. Like that's not like, a high pressure valve, but it should float in water. So that'd be the crash and the smash kit. And those are both waterproof for sure. And then inside the smash, there's a crash vac, or inside the crash is a crash vac, and that's vacuum sealed as well, and that's completely waterproof too.
Protecting all your components.
And one of the thought process behind that, we built those kits for 2 reasons. One was for Baja racers. We had a Baja racing team. They had a vehicle flip, and a buddy died. Reached out to us. They were like, "We never want this to happen again. What do we need?" We're like, okay, you need these things, and you need training. So we fixed that. And then the secondary was for exactly what you're talking about, water sports, having some sort of in-depth, you know, totally inclusive first aid kit that you can put on any sort of watercraft, large vessel, that's just accessible for you, right? And we're rolling out those cases. We got new colors too. A lot of people were requesting red cases. A lot of people. And so we're rolling out coyote tan and then red also. Yeah, there's a coyote one right there.
The coyote one looks so cool. The stickers are a little bit different than they're gonna be because we've been doing some.
They're still in the prototyping stage.
And so this is how the crash will look. Actually, there's a finished one up there without the sticker.
Oh.
Yeah, can you please grab that?
It's up on the top shelf, and she's the shortest person here. That's amazing. You can't make content like that.
If only we could turn the camera around.
It's not finished.
No, I took it out.
It's,
I can
Oh,
build
you
it
did?
quick.
Jagged Sky said a lot of great answers, Bob. Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you guys.
Hey,
I mean, we
just
have
grab a
literally.
red one.
We've,
okay.
yeah, I was just looking to get one that was built out.
We don't have
Oh, I
one.
We
don't
don't.
have one built out right now.
I can do it.
No, I just wanted to show them the insert. So the cool thing is,
Oh, there's inserts in it.
yeah, that does.
It actually has the inserts.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
The insert is so freaking cool. I want it for the back seat
Yeah,
of the
so
truck.
we were working.
Organizational capabilities that the insert provides in and of itself is
So we worked pretty
a game
hard
changer.
with condition 1 for this. And so now we have kind of a new insert up at the top. We have some labeling capability as well. So that way if you wanted to label it, this is a big net right here. And then you have this whole pocket deep down in here. So this is kind of a new look at the Smash Kit and what it could potentially look like. And this is going to come in red. Crash. This is going to come in red. Thank you. Coyote, and then also black too, because it's an instant classic. You can't get rid of the black color.
And for those of you who are wondering the difference between the Smash and the Crash, that is a Crash case.
It's
and
got
the
much
Smash
more.
is it's just smaller by maybe
40%.
40%.
Yeah.
It's not much.
But
Most-
this is, sorry, this was such a good question.
Yeah.
Dave Farnham said, that's great for the younger guys / women, but what about us 60 plus? Are we of any value to the goons?
No, absolutely. Absolutely you're of value to the goons. First of all, once a goon, always a goon.
That's absolutely true.
Gooning is a mindset. It is not a body state whatsoever.
See, because who makes up the gooning community?
Well, who makes up
Typically
you
they're-
guys? Think about y'all when y'all train, the age
Protectors.
differences that we have.
Sheepdogs.
You know, if you know Camo, most of the folks that I know that run and know and understand, truly understand Camo, they're in their 50s and 60s.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of time to master that.
It really does. It really does. So,
So,
I mean,
Doc, would you want to come on a live stream for a moment?
Not really.
Okay. All right. So I'll talk briefly for him. So Doc, he supports us a lot with our training, right? And so like we're talking about refuge training. So when we go out and we train to improve ourselves, be more capable responders, all that stuff. Doc flies a drone, right? Doc flies a drone, and then he's helping us with our ATAC and relaying comms. Okay, that could be a total throwaway. People be like, "Oh, that's just the drone guy. That's just the comms guy." I'll tell you right now,
the intel that's provided from
that is
my gosh.
everything. Logistics and support inside of tech, inside of just getting resources where they're supposed to go. Like you got to remember, right? Like if you're not a super physically fit person, that doesn't mean that you don't have value. It means that you might be able to take some weight off of the people who are doing that physical work in maybe a mental or logistical capacity, so that way they can focus more on this, right?
It's one less thing we have to think about.
You gotta think about the special operations community, right? So the tip of the spear, right? For every one man that's at the tip, there's 10 men that support.
At least.
At least, right? Somebody cooked food. Somebody made sure the uniforms were there. Somebody loaded mags. All that stuff, right? And so you still have an intrinsic value to a team inside of a different role that maybe you haven't thought about yet. Look inside of some of those different roles and see if there's something that you're passionate about that maybe you're not seeing right now, right?
Yeah.
What are you passionate about, and what inside of that passion could then make you more useful to a team, right? If you're like, man, I love guns. I've been studying guns for 40 years, right? Since I was a teenager.
Maybe you're an armorer.
There you go, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe you're an S7. You're checking everybody's stuff. You're zeroing rifles. You're putting new gear on. You're making sure everybody's set and ready to go, because that's
SOPs, less checks, safety checks.
Yeah,
like,
dude, all
of
those
that.
things.
It's vitally important.
all those things.
Well, what about if the fight is close to home and you've got all the men who are capable going out and the women need someone
Rear
to
security.
stay with them.
Rear security, absolutely.
That's definitely.
That's a great note too, Lauren. Yeah,
a
provide
really
rear
good point.
security. Yeah, somebody like if aliens descended today, right? And
With the news the way
With
it
the
is,
news the
I
way it
mean,
is.
let's just
right, and those aliens started blue beaming down, Project Blue Beam, Google it. Don't up to you. But if they started beaming down and me and Heath were like, okay, it's go time. We gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go operationally operate as operators, right? Let's go LARP it up with our
That's a
buddies.
shirt. Operationally operate as operators.
It is a shirt, actually.
We
already.
have so many shirts. Oh, it is?
It is. I actually saw it. T says it all the time on his thing,
Yeah.
but I've seen it out there already. When we go, I still am gonna leave home my wife and kids, right? I don't want them completely vulnerable. I don't want them, exposed to this danger. So having somebody that's capable to say, hey, can you sit here with my wife and kids, make sure everything's good, if anything's bad, can you reach out to our commo guy so our commo guy can hit me so that way I can come back, or whatever it is, right? In this pretend made-up scenario that we're living in the multiverse of make-believe. So I don't ever want anybody to think that they don't have value. Every single human being has value. If there's breath in your lungs, the Creator Himself wants you here for a reason. Don't forget that.
There's intrinsic value in that.
Don't diminish the fact that the Creator still has you here.
That's right.
If you're sitting there saying, oh, I'm of no use, you're sitting there looking at the Creator saying, I don't care what you want me here for. Well, that's disrespectful. And I know that that's probably not what is intended when people say that,
Right.
but change your perspective, right? Fail forward, realize that that's a failure and go, okay, I do have value. What can I do to help my community right now, today, right? It could be, like we were talking about earlier, buying 2 BPKs and donating them to your school. It could be studying comms.
It could just be that some of us young guys need your wisdom.
that
That outward wise overlook at a young plan, and you're like, yeah, but did you consider this, this, and this?
Palmetto
Oh
paratrooper.
shoot, we should have. Thank you.
Yeah, he said the old soldiers that have the skills but have lost physical ability to some degree make the best sergeant of the guard.
That's dang.
That is
That's
true.
all the way real.
So Chuck Wagon Cook was one of the most valuable people on the Old West Trails. Yeah, people gotta eat. I mean, are you kidding me? Has Refuge Medical ever thought about making scrubs with pockets in locations that actually make sense for nurses, medical people? No, I haven't, but
I mean,
you've piqued my interest in this
like,
moment.
that's-
That's pretty smart, actually.
yeah.
Man, if we,
would take
I
a
know that
tremendous
that's
amount
like
of
not our niche right now, anyway. But like, American-made apparel that just had
American-made
all the
scrubs,
places
like, yeah.
All the
for
pockets.
for all the gear,
Someday, guys. Someday.
That's a great idea.
and not just for men, ladies' clothes too. Okay, because there's a
Sorry. As an ER nurse, I find that there are no good scrubs on the market. Good to know. Somebody said no audio cut out.
your phone. Like we gotta wrap it up soon. It's 2:09, and we have like 3,000 things that we have to do.
Okay.
And your phone is also about to die.
Okay, cool. So with that, guys, don't forget to get entered in the Goon giveaway. If you haven't went and purchased something, over $99 get you entered. I entered.
Did we talk about what we're throwing into the giveaway? as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah, we
It's
talked
right
about
there.
that. So, guys,
Oh, boy, I must
the
have
Goon
blacked out
giveaway.
during
We'll
that.
cut this last part. We'll put this out there for everybody. The Goon giveaway consists of a plate carrier with level 4 plates. It consists of the Arc with the dangler. Nice. Jinx. It's got a mirror gas mask right here that we'll be giving away, and then it also has the stomp too, or not the stomp.
The Mothman.
The Mothman, right here. So that's the Swatch pack. That's going to come in multicam, not Ranger Green, as you see right here. So that's the giveaway there. Get entered while you can, and we love you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, talking tack,
Yeah, thank you.
gears, and life. And oh, don't forget, carry an effing tourniquet. You can save your life. Shalom, guys.
Shalom.
Do 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 do. This is where you stack papers. Do 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 do.